So here we have Cindi. So you have a nice long extension there. Maybe a little too much pause at the front of the stroke. There's a difference between a pause and a glide. If you have a lot of momentum going, then you can really glide for a fair bit. If you don't have a whole bunch of momentum, then the pause that you're seeing there may not be the most beneficial thing. Now, it's not bad, and if you're comfortable swimming like that, it's certainly going to get you through all the races. But I think from a pure speed standpoint, one thing you can think about is basically decreasing the amount of time you pause at the front of the stroke. Let's put it that way. Now the extension, I said it's pretty good, but there are some things you can work on. Whenever you see space between the person's shoulder and the person's head at the front extension part of the stroke, it means there's room for improvement. So things you can work on, really it's going to be feeling like you hyperextend your lats and really rotate forward, like that front arm and shoulder really extend so that they're almost bumping your ear. Your body position is good. Your hips are riding fine in the water. Your legs are all right. Now, if you notice when you turn to breathe to the left, you have what I call a scissor kick, and I know we talked about that during our lesson. When you kick out like that, it's sort of a counterbalance when you turn to breathe, and that really does mess up your streamline, because one of your legs will come out of the streamline effect of your body and just hit a bunch of stalled water. So you get a close-up of it if I can film it. So there you go. So that's something that you'll want to work on as well. That's fixing that is going to be very helpful for you, because you're not going to have that total sort of pause kick effect like that. The way you got to do that is force yourself to not kick at all when you turn to breathe on that side. Just let your legs hang there, and then you can retrain yourself to have a normal kick when you kick that direction. Alright, so underwater, on that right arm, what's generally going on there is, we call that the elbow is leading the stroke back. So let me look at this left arm as well. Yeah, so the left arm, the same thing. See how your elbow sort of leads your hand and forearm back through the stroke, especially when you're not turning to breathe? What happens there is, instead of anchoring into the water with your hand and forearm, your hand and forearm sort of just slip back through the water. You can get a little grab with them, but you're primarily using your triceps to pull. So your lats are really the big muscle that you want to use to swim effectively. So you'll need to work on the high elbow catch, getting your hand and your forearm into that vertical position in the stroke, and then holding onto the water and pulling your body past that point. But that's going to be the major fix on your stroke. Alright, so Alright, so that's catch-up drill. The goal with catch-up drill is part 1, really extending forward, which you're doing well. Part 2, really working on the catch. So I could see that here, you know, this is the first time we really discussed it, but your elbows are still slipping back somewhat. So just keep working on that high elbow catch, the early vertical forearm. But since you're breathing just on the one side, you're not getting that scissor kick we had mentioned. That was right. That's it. Yep. That's good. So here you have the tech paddle, and that can be at techpaddle.com, techpaddle.com. I think this is a really useful tool for folks that have trouble with a high elbow catch. It does a good job of sort of forcing your hand and your forearm into the correct swimming position. So you can see here you're doing a better job with the hand and forearm. Your elbow is still leading the stroke slightly, but if this forces you to improve even just moderately, then it's useful for $20 or so. Alright, and then here's one arm drill. This is a really good one for strength as well as technique. So the goal with this is make sure you have a full rotation to the side and extension forward, and then do your best to get a good catch, the high elbow catch. And if you watch the DVD preview on this channel, you'll see myself doing what I'm talking about, the high elbow catch.